Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. On the night of the 14th of August, Russia attacked Ukraine with two S-300 or S-400 anti-aircraft guided missiles, as well as 45 Shahed-type strike UAVs, which were used along various types of dummy drones. Now, frontline areas in Donetsk and Chernihiv regions were attacked by strike UAVs, while Ukrainian city of Sumy was hit by missiles. According to preliminary data, Ukrainian Air Defense Forces shot down 24 enemy Shahed-type UAVs and various types of drone simulators in the north and east of the country. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, overnight, Russian Air Defense Forces intercepted and destroyed 44 Ukrainian drones over Russian regions. Of these, 14 drones were destroyed over the Black Sea, 9 over the Volgograd region, 7 each over Crimea and the Rostov region, 4 over Kuban, 2 over Belgorod and 1 over the Azov Sea. As a result of the debris falling in the Volgograd region, a fire broke out at the Lukoil refinery, spilling oil and igniting oil products all around. This is a second night in a row the facility has been affected. Explosions were also reported on the 13th of August. The Lukoil plant is the largest producer of petroleum products in the southern federal district of the Russian Federation, with a capacity of 14.8 million tons. Now, on the front line, in the Pokrovsk direction, the occupiers continue their attempts to block the Pokrovsk-Mirnogorod agglomeration. Russians have focused their efforts on capturing Rodinske. Over the past day, they carried out at least 7 unsuccessful assaults there. Ukrainian units are holding back the offensive, destroying the enemy's superior forces. Russian occupation forces are trying to gain a foothold in the village of Mayak in the direction of Dobropilia. This was reported on Telegram by the press service of the Dnipro Operational Strategic Group of Forces. The situation in Dobropilia is stabilizing, and the Ukrainian armed forces are taking the necessary measures to detect and destroy groups of Russian units. Now, this was reported by Andriy Kovalyov, spokesman for the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. He noted that, in order to strengthen the defense in the Dobropilia and Pokrovsk directions, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine had allocated additional forces and resources. Now, moving on to our next story. The anti-tank platoon of the 93rd Separate Mechanized Brigade Holodny Yar works closely with the unmanned aerial vehicle unit. This is teamwork, where accuracy of the given shot depends on precise reconnaissance and the success of the operation depends on rapid decision-making. The soldiers of the anti-tank platoon are armed with modern anti-tank missile systems and grenade launchers, ready to strike enemy armored vehicles with the first shot. Their enemy is not only tanks or infantry fighting vehicles, but also engineering equipment, dugouts and logistics hubs. However, their main advantage is the intelligence provided by the reconnaissance UAVs, their proverbial eye in the sky. Unique frontline footage captures every step, every shot, and every second of combat. Assault troops and infantrymen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine work in plantations and among rural buildings, methodically clearing the enemy-held territory. Now, during the battle you're about to see, they destroy, eliminate and capture Russian occupiers. The footage highlights not only the combat skills of Ukrainian soldiers, but also their cold calculation, coordination, and confidence in every move. This is real war, without embellishment, where victory is measured in meters of liberated land and the lives of comrades saved.
Он где-то вот тут.
Дальше.
Вот.
Он где-то отсюда работает.
Мы должны упереться в огороды. Тихо, там кто-то бегает. Кто? Хто это? Це Шумахер, один пі 200, знищено. А він стояв?
Був контакт.
Лежав кучу один кілометр. Надіюсь.
У нас є...
Сюди дуже уважно. Кінь куди-небудь. Дуже уважно продивляйся.
Вот это мне нравится.
Сифон, ты принял информацию или нет? Нормально.
Сифон не принял.
Просто прикривай той бік і все. Плюс це я рухаюсь по дорозі. Стрілок, це ти мене гукав?
Кілометр перед тобою.
Тіп, ворог. Їх там троє. Гранату піднеси. Я двоїх затрьохсотив.
Так, красава. Намагається відповзати намагається.
Плюс прийняв.
Давай назад в укриття, друже, зараз його заб'є.
За. Плюс остання граната, бо вже без щіки.
Хорош, вот это хорошо получилось. Все, давай в укриття, заходь.
Плюс.
А что у тебя две радейки делают?
Я их слушал.
Да? И что они базарили?
Вокруг круговая оборона. Там я тягуюся, только бачу, последние уже норы шмот кидают.
And there you have it, such a powerful contrast there. In the video, we've seen Ukrainian troops fighting for every inch of their territory. Meanwhile, tomorrow in Alaska, politicians might be contemplating trading territory. This beautiful summer's day that we've seen in the video should have been spent differently. These soldiers should not have been out there fighting. They should have been enjoying the summer with their families, doing what they want, enjoying their hobbies. But instead they were thrust into a war because of the delusions of one man, Vladimir Putin, who attacked Ukraine and is trying to take away as much territory as he can. And at this stage, it's important to ask ourselves the question: what is the motivation behind all this? The motivation of these soldiers is simple: fighting for freedom. Nothing complicated here. No shades of grey. Politicians, well, they might actually have some more complex motives. So, remember that, whatever happens during the negotiations, there is only one side in this conflict that is right, that is on the right side of history. And that side definitely is not Russia. And with this, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.